Hello, Martin, StratChat here, and this is Finland number 14, and yikes. I just got up this morning and discovered that I made a terrible mistake. I did the footage yesterday for the 14th episode, and I've come down to edit it this morning, and there's no sound. Well, there is sound, there's sound from the game, but there's no sound of me talking. So I still have the save game. So episode 15 will be as normal on Monday. And I think what we'll do is we will just, if I just summarise what happened, I mean, it's not ideal, but no one wants to just sit there and watch the game without any kind of sound. And in some ways, it might not have been that interesting an episode to watch because it was that grand tour. It was a massive grand tour. It was like, I know, there was like sort of like, I don't know, loads and loads of places that he visited. And all the time, he's going to feasts. There's all these kind of little adventures and all these little stories. Got a lot of prestige. Got very close to, built his relationship with some of these people. But that shouldn't matter that much because he's in a very secure position. He doesn't really need to worry about what they think of him. And that prestige was sort of like churned back into building up Vanguard. Not Vanguard, I beg your pardon. Sorry, building up Varangian veterans. So I think at the end of the episode, we've got 2 full regiments of tier 6 full regiments of Varangian veterans. I was really trying to get an accolade with Vanguard, and thanks to Elira, who explained in one of the comments, you need quilted armour. Now, quilted armour is in the the next, it's not the tribal era, it's the early medieval era text, so it'll be a while before I can get that, but when I do, that will really allow me to make those armoured footmen much better. So yeah, it feels a bit silly. I also continue to develop the capital. I think we're on maybe development 5 in the capital. I've got a little bit of an issue because I'm developing a territory that I want to be my capital, but my brother has it and I can't get him out of it because I'm allied to him and he's my brother, and I sort of made a decision that I shouldn't murder him because in real life people don't do that to their brothers. Yes, I know in early medieval history sometimes people did, but Elira again pointed out that this is something in character. One should consider those kinds of things. So we've got all of that going on. So I think in some ways, perhaps it's not going to be that big a deal to not watch it all. It's a shame. I got quite high. Do you know I got to the highest point of the the gaining prestige thing. So at the end of it, I think I got 1,000 prestige because I got all the way to the end of that little line, which was good. Which was good, and obviously picked loads up along the way. A couple of other things that I wanted to mention. I've been wanting to play some other games, but I don't want to change the pattern of what we're doing at the moment. So my live Twitch on Mondays at 7 o'clock UK time this week is going to be Civilization 6. I feel a bit bad because I'm clearly bailing out on a disastrous, what has become a disastrous a game as the Varangian Adventure. It started out as the Varangian Adventure. And I think I'll win those Walls of Rebellion if anybody's watching those. And I think that I will eventually be able to come back and get on with the game. But I think it would be like sort of 2 weeks in that 1.5 hours of live watching. I think it'll just be like trying to get my money back, and because it's like, wow, I've got £6,000 gold in debt, 6,000 gold in debt, something like that. So I just don't think it's going to be great viewing. I'm not sure it's even going to be that much fun doing it. So I think we'll abandon that game there, and bear in mind that we learned a lot about being careful, and sometimes that misclicks can be absolutely disastrous. But I love Civilization 6. I'd be kind of interested in creating a little bit of footage, whether people come along to watch that or not. I'd be really interested in doing that. But obviously, come along if you are interested in Civ 6. I've played a lot of Civ 6 in the past, but way in the past. So I'm very much not at expert level. So I think I used to play on Deity, which is obviously the highest level. I think what I'm probably going to do is enter back in Emperor. So that's like 2 notches up from the sort of standard one that the game suggests when you first boot it up. But you've got 2 more above that. So I think that we'll play at that level, which I think would be really interesting for people who are perhaps new to the game, perhaps have a modest amount of experience with it. So I'll talk through all the decisions that I'm making, and I'll load that up onto YouTube as well. So if you fancy having a check out of Civilization 6, come along. I'm going to play as England, being English, Victoria. I think I'm not sure. We'll go through that perhaps in the live stream. I don't often make requests for subs, but if anybody is enjoying watching any of these and hasn't subscribed yet, then just go and hit it. It obviously doesn't cost you very much, a couple of seconds of time. I'm trying to get to 1,000. I think I'm on 928 as I'm speaking to you now. Just be really, really nice to get to that 1,000 mark. It's definitely sort of slowed down a little bit, so that would be nice to kind of like get myself over that line. We still have the save games will still be uploaded to the Discord. So if people want access to that, then there is a Patreon and there is YouTube memberships, and both of those through those methods you can get yourself to see the save game file. So if you want to see the save game file from today, it's available online. I normally post it earlier in the day, just before, perhaps a couple of hours before the episode gets published. You get the save game. With that, I'm going to apologise one last time. So ever so sorry for that mistake. Sound is probably the bane of I won't say the bane of YouTubers' lives, but I think it's the bane of my YouTube life. I'm not sure whether all YouTubers have the same problems. But have a very good weekend, and we will be back with sound, hopefully, on Monday. You take care now. Bye-bye.